Welcome to episode 3 of Talkin Too Much with Hannah O'Reilly. I'm Hannah O'Reilly, and today we have a guest. A guest.
Great to be here. Now you won't be talking too much because someone else will be talking.
There we go. Fighting for airtime.
And we know we like to do that.
That's every one of our phone calls. You go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Try getting it out.
Anyway, who the heck are you?
My name is Dylan Fearon. Happy to be here. I am, what's my identity? Reporter, stunning boyfriend, son, brother, nephew.
Okay. Okay.
Give you my resume. No, I just happen to be here. First guest and potentially only guest if this doesn't go well.
Considering the lighting, the microphones. Oh, we did Amazon Prime a second mic, so now we can have guests.
Just forgot another light.
You know what I will say? Having a podcast is like being in a relationship. Like I told people I was starting a podcast. They're like, when's the first episode coming out? Okay, then the first episode comes out. When are you having guests? It's the same like, how long have you guys been dating? When are you getting married? When are you having kids? It's like, now I have a guest. It's going to be, when are you having a second guest? When are you having a replacement?
But it's also like every episode you figure out, okay, now we have to do this. We have to add this. Every episode gets better and better and better. I mean, potentially this could be the best one you do.
And it can only go downhill from here.
The advertisers might pull out.
Yeah, I know. I'm nervous about that. Anyway, welcome.
Honored.
We're happy to have you. So just give us a little like elevator pitch about you, just so people know. What do you do? Where are you from?
I just turned 30 last week.
That was a big part of the last week's episode.
Right. Of course,
yeah,
of course.
Of course you listened to every second.
Fun weekend, Mystic Mets game. Anyway, I'm from New Jersey. I went to college in Connecticut. I've been a news reporter for the last 7 years. Hopped around a couple of news markets in West Virginia, in Scranton, now in Connecticut, and now I'm at Channel 3 over in the Hartford, New Haven area. I report every day of the week, occasionally anchor, fill in, and it's a lot of fun. So really happy to be here, and I've been with this one for 5 years, and it's been nothing but just a pleasure.
Absolute bliss.
It's been the best 5 years of her life.
Right. So he lives in Connecticut, which I've said before is about 3.5, 4 hour. You like to keep saying it's 2. You try to soften the blow by, it's 2.5.
Well, because 3 is like eye-popping, but if you say 2.5,
but it is 3.
Then people go, it's not too bad. But when you get into 3.5, people are like...
But how about the one that's doing the drive?
Me? How do you think I got here?
No, I know, but why are we softening the blow to people that we're talking to?
Well, no, because sometimes it does take 2.5, and I like to make it. I like to make it a more positive experience when someone's doing that drive. I like to say, it's not too bad. Glass half full.
Yeah, right. That's you. That's my guy. Anyway. So you're from Jersey, North Jersey.
North Jersey, Bergen County, town called Tenafly.
So if you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, a lot of the housewives are from Tenafly. Margaret Josephs, Jackie Goldschneider, Siggy. They were all from Tenafly. So sometimes I can get Dylan to watch because he knows some of the towns they're in or the diners they're eating at and things like that. So that's kind of our compromise. I'm like, look, it's just like a documentary on your hometown.
Well, it's fun because they do go to the Tenafly Diner. They go to some other places that I used to go to all the time growing up. So it's enjoyable.
It's good.
Never ran into them, though.
I know. Right. We got to do a little like housewives tour up there or something.
We did drive by Cardi B's house one time, which is
a random spot.
I don't know if everyone remembers this. Cardi B claimed she was moving to New York City. Then it turned out the house was actually in Tenafly, New Jersey.
And that's just a typical North Jersey thing to do. You say, I live right outside New York.
Well, all the real estate agents probably told her, you're 15 minutes from the bridge. No, you're not.
No, you're
not. With the traffic, it's like you're
Cardi,
like half an hour. 25, 30 minutes.
But you love saying, it's never, I'm from Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. It's, I'm this far from New York.
Right.
Why can't you just own it?
Well, same thing with South Jersey. You guys will claim Philly.
Who's you guys?
But you know what I mean. People that live down there, they'll claim Philly. It's the same thing.
That's true.
It's the same thing.
What's with the identity crisis? Just own where you're from.
No, I feel like I do. I love being from Northern New Jersey. And notice, I always say North Jersey. I don't say New Jersey. I'm from North Jersey.
It's very specific.
Just like people from South Jersey will say I'm from South Jersey.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't say I'm from New Jersey. That's just me. Or you say what county. A lot of people in New Jersey like the county.
I did know.
I'm from Bergen County.
That is a big thing. And then you narrow it down. The convo's always like, oh, me too.
What high school did you go to?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'm from you know what you guys love? I've noticed this with people from Jersey. They like to say, oh, I'm from 2 towns over. I'm from a town over.
Everything's 2 towns
We
over.
don't do that here. Like, I'm not.
I know.
I just say, oh, I'm from this area, but I went to this high school. We go by high schools, I would say.
But because of where all the towns are, a lot of the times you could say I'm only 2 towns away.
But like, how are you? What, you're envisioning a map and you're like, oh, okay, yeah.
There's so many back roads. You take the highway, but a lot of people will use the back roads, go through towns to get to other towns. That it really is. Everything feels like it's 15 minutes away.
You know what bone I have to pick with people from Jersey?
Here we go.
This is going to be the episode. Here we go.
I got to defend New Jersey now.
They love saying, I have never pumped gas in my life. Come on. You've never pumped gas.
No, of course we have.
No,
but it's a great
no,
perk that only
you
we
have.
have. It's a great perk. That
It
only
is. And if it's cold out, I love getting gas in New Jersey on a cold winter's day.
And, I mean, things have changed, but the gas prices in New Jersey used to be so much lower than other states that it was like we had the best gas situation. Someone else is pumping it, and it's lower than your state.
But I just don't buy I've never pumped gas in I didn't even know how to do it. Come on. You didn't know how to do it?
Well, it's a lot of people in college, like myself, that it's just used to someone else doing it. Then when you get to college in another state, now you have to do it. And it's like, well, you don't know what you're doing.
But nobody taught them? I don't know.
No,
I don't buy it.
Because it's a law. It's a law in New Jersey. They have to do it. You don't have, it's not like an
Right.
option where it's like, today you're going to do it. It's a law. They have to.
I know, but I just think it like they just love to brag. Oh, I've never done. I'm so clueless. I never did this before. They know. Come on.
We like to brag about a lot of things.
Right.
We have the best pizza. We have the best bagels. We have the best water.
And there you have it.
We have the best egg and cheese sandwiches.
Okay.
I could go on and on and on.
We
have the best.
You know what? We don't. Unfortunately,
the best diners.
We don't have the time. We only have this time slot for about 45 minutes. So
Didn't know there was a podcast
there
time
is,
limit.
yeah, because we have another crew that likes to come in here and film. Okay, enough about New Jersey. Let's talk about our weekend.
Great weekend.
It was a good weekend.
Family oriented, and everyone got something out of it.
Yeah.
We got to go to the Mets game, which was great.
It was a Phillies game. Okay, the Mets were playing the Phillies in Philly at the bank.
Right.
It's not a Mets game. Just because you're in a Mets t-shirt, it does not
For
automatically
me, it's a
make it
Mets game. For you, it's a Phillies game. And the Phillies hosted the Mets game.
How nice of them. That was really nice of them.
The Phillies played the Mets. Big rivalry, great game, and big game.
I actually paid attention.
It was a great game. The Mets hit 7 home runs, so it was exciting. It was 11-4, so it wasn't like a boring game for Hannah or non-baseball fans.
I'm like
there was a lot of action.
Every time a guy's picture comes up, I'm like, oh, I'm looking up what his wife looks like, what's her outfit, what's her game day outfit. Like that's what I like to do.
Yeah. You liked a couple of the guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
JT Realmuto.
Yes. Yes.
No problem.
Married with kids, no problem.
No problem.
Anyway, it was fun, but it was hot. Like I said, I wasn't going to complain that it's hot because it's been raining nonstop, but it was sickening. I'm sorry. It was sickening.
It was painful. And we didn't have a spring. It was cold, and then it got a little warmer, but it just rained every day, especially on the weekends. Every weekend, it was pouring.
I know.
And then all of a sudden now it's like painfully hot.
It was like, we're tailgating, and it was fun. I mean, we had a great time with my cousins, and it was great. But it does start to make, like, you start to get really tired really fast, and then you're sitting in the seats, and then it's like, ooh, okay. But we made the best of it.
We made the best of it, and I was looking forward to a nice long tailgate, but once we got outside, I was like, an hour and a half was
It's
perfect.
tough,
That
yeah.
was it.
It's tough.
And we actually, once we got in the stadium, it was better because you're kind of shaded in.
Yes.
The sun started to set around 8:30. It was fun.
It was good.
It was good. Good to see Hannah's family. Went with Hannah's cousins and their spouses, soon to be.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was fun. Then we saw Hannah's grandparents.
Yes. Straight off the boat
next
from
day.
Ireland. So Dylan got premium cup of tea.
We got the experience. I had three
cups of
of tea
Barry's
in 1 hour. Barry's tea, which was fantastic. My dad's actually from England, so it kind of took me back as a kid to my dad having like 7 cups of tea a day, and the kettle's going, the smell of tea. It was a great time.
Takes you back to the homeland.
Takes me back to Tenafly, New Jersey. So it was fun.
Takes you back to right outside New York City.
Just 15 from the bridge. But
Hear that, Cardi?
But Hannah's grandparents are great, and it was just fun.
We had a good time.
Just fun to relax.
Yeah, we were laughing, telling stories, had sandwiches. It was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
And now here you are on
Here
the
we
pod.
are. Now we can tell some stories. sort of about the weekend, but things that have been annoying us that we saw during the weekend that have been picked back up. So,
you know what's been fun? If things happen throughout the day or things like annoy me, I just immediately put them in my notes. And I don't get as frustrated. Oh, please, I'm still getting frustrated about things. But like, I just think, oh, that's going to be great on the pod. I got to share that on the pod. Everything that happened. So.
No, you can't get too down. You can't get too upset because it's either great or it's going on the pod.
We say we're either going to have a great time or a great story.
Exactly.
Then everything's always great.
It's true.
Oh, God, look at us. This is so positive. Well, okay, so I know you watch, so I know you know how this goes. You haven't missed an episode.
All 2 of them.
I like to crack open a seltzer before we get into some of the things like that we're going to talk about, like the complaints.
Yes.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Hot takes, if you will.
Takes.
Now, are they hot takes? Like, I think I'm saying, of course, this could be delusion, but I think I'm saying what everyone thinks. I'm just saying it out loud and then recording it and posting it. You know?
Yeah. A hot take is like something that maybe people don't agree with.
Right.
That you're saying publicly. But I think if a lot of people agree with you, it might not be a hot take, but it might be something like you're being brave, because everyone's thinking it, but you're brave enough to say it.
Right. I don't think I'm saying anything that crazy, but who knows? Let me know if you disagree. I'm already changing the color of the mic. Here we go.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. Take me back to episode 1.
You notice the guest is able to get this right.
Am I good?
You're good.
Now it's no color. Okay. Now it's no color at
Fantastic.
all.
Well, do I need to take over?
Anyway. Okay, so we're going to crack open a seltzer, and then let's just get into... Some of it has to do with our weekend that we can talk about, and yeah. So, I have a LaCroix for you.
Thank you.
Production did order coasters, so thank you, production.
What the heck is pamplemousse?
I was going to say, I want you to read the...
0 calories, 0 sweeteners, 0 sodium.
Yeah.
So we're tasting action.
Pamplemousse. It's kind of like a grapefruit, I think. Anyway, cheers.
Hold on. Oh, before we even open it?
I don't know. I've never had a guest. It's a pamplemousse. You like it?
Yeah,
Not
it's
bad.
solid.
It's grapefruit.
It's like grapefruit. Oh. Okay.
I had said that. Look alive. All right.
So the first complaint.
I don't want it to be like a I don't want always...
No, but I think this is something, I think a lot of people believe this, and even had his neighbors, I was talking to them about this the other day, they feel the same way.
We're recruiting people like on the
everyone's
sidewalk.
saying, okay, the excessive asking for tips.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. I understand. We're generous tippers at restaurants. The servers are working hard. Some of them, especially at diners, only get paid through tips, maybe like a couple bucks an hour.
So before a waitress in the comments starts going off, oh my God,
we are generous tippers.
We're not talking about you.
No. This is where at Starbucks, you get a $6 cup of coffee, and then they say, well, do you want a tip? No. You're getting it. They're getting an hourly wage.
And I'll be honest, I think Starbucks, fine. That one could go either way. I do think that one could go either way because they are making the drink and, all that.
Sure.
It's when you're at a Phillies game and you're grabbing your own drink, you're grabbing your own hot dog, you're walking it to the register in a separate section, and then they're asking for a tip.
Okay, so...
How about you tip me?
We go... What am I tipping for? I did all the work.
And I'm sweating.
I'm
sweating.
I grabbed the hot dog. I grabbed the beer. All you did was ring it up with a little electric scanner thing.
And a little attitude.
And everything's marked up. So a tall boy beer was $17.
Where it's probably 4 or 5 at the store.
And so now you want a 20% tip? No.
I'm not paying a college tuition just to watch a Phillies game.
And they're looking at you when you're doing it. And this is anywhere, Starbucks, wherever these other tipping places are.
A
They're
little
looking
glimmer
at
in
you.
their eye.
Not happening. Sorry. Cheers. It's not happening. Drink to that.
Now, going off of this, I've realized we are big self-checkout people at the grocery store. I don't even think this is just a self-checkout thing. This is just in the grocery store in general. It says, do you want to round up to... And it just sometimes it just says the word charity or just says to this fund. And it's nothing even like trademarked. There's no actual foundation name. I'm like, where is this going? Yeah. Where is this money going?
Yeah.
And do you ever notice when you go to hit no tip, the button never works the first time? It's almost like they want you to make it obvious. Like, no tip. Oh, it didn't. Hit that again. Can you tap that again? And you have to like hit it like you mean it. Like you're really trying to prove a point.
And at least that's just between you and a machine. Like no one really knows. Like, no, I didn't donate. I didn't round up to whatever they're talking about.
Yeah.
There have been times where we've been out and the actual cashier is like, do you want to donate $1 to so-and-so?
I don't even think it even says what the foundation. That's the problem. Sometimes it does. It'll say like this foundation, this fund. But a lot of times it's such a vague sentence on there.
Do you want to round up for charity? For research? I don't know.
It's not enough.
We give enough already. You know what I mean?
That's
we can give on our own. We don't, but then when the worker says it, and then you have to say, no, then it's like, you kind of are embarrassed.
And then they didn't hear you. And then they say.
At Dunkin' Donuts? This was at Dunkin'.
This was at Dunkin', yeah. And then she didn't hear you. And she said, what was that? And you're like, no, I won't be donating to save lives. No. You had to say it with your full chest.
She goes, no? I go, yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
Nah. Okay. What else did we want to get into?
Okay. All right. So this was something we talked about the other day. You, couldn't care less or could care less.
That's a huge pet peeve of mine. Someone is so angry about something, they go, or I ask them about something, I could care less. Right. So it's not that big of a deal.
But I'll be honest, I say it and I think I switch it up every time I say it. I don't really pay attention if I'm saying couldn't care less, could care less. The person I'm talking to knows what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I don't know how people make that mistake. I couldn't care less. Makes so much more sense.
Because most of the time when you're saying it, you're in a fit of rage about something. You're like, you know what? I couldn't care less. I could care less. So you're saying it so quickly, you don't really care. That's not the moral of the story.
But you know what I could care less.
Someone's
right.
In a bad
mood. You know you could care less.
Right, but someone's in a bad mood and they're venting to you and they say that. You're really going to be the grammar police at a time like that?
No, but if you're going to come at me hot.
Who's coming at you hot?
No, I'm saying when someone's saying that, they're obviously angry or frustrated about something. Like, so if you're going to be in that rage or whatever, you better get it right.
No, we don't care about being grammatically correct in that moment. I'm sorry, we don't. Sorry.
I don't know. That just bothers me. It bothers me.
Okay.
Get it right.
All right, so guys.
I couldn't care less obviously means that this is the least you care. But when you go, I could care less, right, so it's not that big of a deal? You don't really care that much?
I think I couldn't care less about that. How about that, apples?
That's almost, but that I could care less, to me, is almost at the same level as the there thing. Or the your. That's another thing. People on Facebook, the your, I can't stand when people get the your.
We were English/journalism majors, writing, all that. So, it strikes a chord with us.
The your does.
With the liberal arts.
Now, the there maybe isn't as bad. I could see maybe you get that wrong.
How about too?
That one's not as bad, but I noticed that, again, as a journalist, right?
No.
I noticed that.
A well-respected journalist.
I noticed that.
Yeah. This is groundbreaking stuff. We are really changing lives with these topics.
I think it bothers people. That stuff bothers people. And if it doesn't bother you, you're making that mistake.
Look inward.
No, but you're probably the ones making that mistake.
You know what? You're part of the problem.
If the there doesn't bother you, you're probably the ones doing the there wrong.
You are part of the problem.
Right. I believe so. If it doesn't bother you, you're the one doing it. Sorry. So those are sort of the big...
Those are the big ones that you wanted to talk about. Those are...
Get that off my chest.
Thanks for bringing that here. This is a safe space for you. This is the platform to do it.
I'm lucky. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're safe with us. Okay, I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you've been seeing this on social media. Labubus. Have you heard of a labubu?
Again, respected journalist.
Right.
Have not seen
So you know what a labubu is.
Honey boo boo?
I love a honey boo boo. Dollar makes me holla, honey boo boo. Anyway. Okay, so there are these stuffed animals. Look it up. Labubu, I think it is. Look it up. There are these stuffed animals that people are buying and clipping onto their purses. Okay, so they look, I don't even know how to explain them. They're like these, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a person in a costume, like a stuffed animal. It is, I'm sorry, I find them very bizarre. All right. So if you're watching, hopefully you're watching this on YouTube so you can see. If not, you're going to have to look this up after. This is a Laboo, okay? And they come in different colors. And I think you don't know which one you bought. Like it's like a game, like a mystery box.
It's like a Teletubby.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Okay. So I think these Laboobos are weird. I'm sorry. If you have one, okay, whatever, rock it, own it. I don't really care, but they're bizarre. If I showed up to your house and I had that on my purse, what would you say?
I'm saying, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Well, do adults, is it for adults?
Well, I don't know what the intent was.
It looks like a kid's toy.
It looks like a kid's toy, but adults are getting them, okay? So not only are adults getting them, they're waiting in line 2+ hours for a Laboo. If you're waiting in line 2+ hours for a Laboo, 2+ hours for anything, mental wellness check.
I don't think I've ever waited 2.5 hours in line for something.
You need to look in the mirror. It's the same when I see these people throwing punches over water bottles, Stanley cups. What are we doing? What are we doing? Have you seen these videos at Target? These like limited edition Stanley cups with the handle and the stickers on it. People are fighting each other for these. Like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I am so embarrassed. If I get to the level where I am pushing somebody for a Laboo, a Stanley cup, a Trader Joe's limited edition springtime tote bag, yeah, that was another one. If you see me throwing a punch over that, call 911, because that ain't me. That ain't me. Someone took over my body. What would you wait 2+ hours in line for?
I was just thinking that. I mean, maybe World Series tickets.
Okay.
But again,
that's
I know
different.
I know in 2025 you wouldn't be waiting in a line for something like that.
No.
So I don't even know. Like as a kid, I remember my dad would go out for the new Harry Potter book and get it for us. And maybe he had to wait a little bit for that. I don't know if he waited 2.5 hours, but I think he had to wait, which was super nice thinking about it now.
That's a good dad.
Yeah, great dad. I don't think I'd wait. I don't think I'd wait for anything.
No.
I mean, even to eat at the best restaurant, no.
No.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything. There's nothing.
Nothing. I don't think anything is worth it. And why is it that usually the thing it is the dumbest thing? It's never something that I'm like, oh, okay, that could change their life, so I could see why they would wait.
But I don't even understand. Now you can buy everything online. Why you would have to even wait in a physical
I guess
line.
if they're sold out, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Not
know.
for me.
But it's embarrassing. Even I never got into the Black Friday stuff. Like, I never waited in line, pitching a tent for a flat screen TV.
You got people trampling each other
It's crazy.
outside Best Buy or something.
No, I'm sorry.
When I was a reporter in Scranton, Pennsylvania, there was a Chick-fil-A opening up in one of these towns. Mm-hmm. And Chick-fil-A said if you camp out in the parking lot 12 hours before it opens, like grand opening, we'll give you free Chick-fil-A for a year. Now, I don't think you can go every day. It might be like...
It was like one chicken sandwich a day you got.
Yeah, which is sick.
Which is sick.
So a lot of people ended up camping out, and we interviewed a bunch of them, and it was raining. And they literally sat in the parking lot in a tent outside the new Chick-fil-A for 12 hours overnight from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
That I could see, because what you could do is you have a bunch of your girlfriends come with you, you pitch a tent, you're hanging out, it's a fun experience. You're hanging out anyway. You might as well hang out and get a year's worth of Chick-fil-A. Like I find that cool. One a little different.
And you can put it on social, like it's cool, like it's funny.
It's funny,
but like just for a little Laboo.
I mean, we're talking about it.
The Laboo. The honey boo boo got the Laboo.
To do it for a Laboo is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And also, they make your bag look ugly. I'm seeing these girls. This is when the money gets out of control. They have these like Prada bags and whatever. And like, yeah, I would love a Prada bag and whatever, but I ain't putting no Laboo on it. Oh my God, I can't. So anyway, I typically had it in mind that I would end this talking about what shows I'm watching, but I'll be honest, I have not been watching a lot of shows. Have you been watching anything?
No, I mean, it's baseball season. I watch a lot of Mets. That's it.
We don't do White Lotus. We don't do Walking Dead or whatever those shows are. We're not a bandwagon show.
We like documentaries too.
Or like reality. Like we love Love is Blind. Stuff like that. I mentioned this in episode 1. I'm watching Next Gen NYC, which is a show about Real Housewives kids, basically, and they have their own show. But it's so cringe. I mean, it's so cringy. It's good. I love watching it, but it's just not authentic. Like they're stretching storylines. Like this was one of the storylines. This is how dumb it is. The one girl touched the bottom of someone's shoe and wouldn't wash her hands. They dragged that for the rest of the episode.
Wait, what do you mean?
She touched the bottom of somebody's shoe. They were sitting.
So.
And then everyone's like, you need to wash your hands. She's like, I don't wash my hands.
Ever?
And that was the storyline. She's not into it.
Oh.
That was the storyline. Come on. Are we really? At least talk about a laboo.
Oh, but remember we mentioned this a couple of days ago. When you're at a restaurant with a bunch of people and you see someone that says, I'm going to get up and wash my hands. And then you start to question yourself, should I be going to wash my hands? Do they all notice that I didn't go wash my hands?
Right.
Do they think I'm dirty?
And then you have to make an announcement. Like, I just washed my hands. My hands are clean.
But then you don't want to go follow that person into the bathroom and wash your hands because it's obvious.
And then what? No one's at the table anymore and it's weird.
It's just totally weird. So the first person who does it is all good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, damn it, I didn't do that. I didn't say it first. And then you feel like you can't say it after.
It's weird. It's weird.
And Hannah's dad is always the first guy to say it.
Said he's going to go wash his hands.
Always.
Clean guy?
Great guy. Fantastic guy. Fantastic guy who will be listening to this.
Yep.
And no, but I just noticed when we all go out to eat, he's always like, I got to go wash my hands. And then I'm always like, shoot.
What does that say about me?
Shoot, does he think I'm dirty? He knows I didn't go wash my hands.
See, we're taking Next Gen's storyline and we're making it into more. They need us. They need us. Bravo needs us.
It's definitely anxiety for 45 seconds.
And then I hope you get through
Then the
it.
then the apps come and you're like, well, whatever.
Forget it. I'm going to take my dirty hands and eat this calamari.
My dirty hands go into the fries.
Right. You get over it quick. Anyway, so shows, I don't know. I don't really, you're a big movie guy. I'm not a movie girl.
But I'm also, the difference is once you see something, you're like, I'm good. I like to enjoy reruns. I like to, if there's a movie I really enjoy, I'll watch it a second time, third time, fourth time. Like, there are just some movies that I'm like, this is great. Like, if it's been a long day at work and you just want to shut your brain off, we'll put this show on or this movie on that I've already seen so I don't have to think about it. Whereas a new movie, a new documentary, a new show, you have to be on because you have to realize what's going on, the names, the things.
See, that's me with Real Housewives or anything trash.
Right.
That's how I shut my brain off. But you know what we do like? The Office. And living up in the Scranton area, we were like living in the
yeah, and the city sort of embraced it a little bit. They have some murals up. Some of the cast will come back every so often and like bartend somewhere or meet some fans, sign some autographs. So I enjoy that. But I'm always a rerun guy. I like watching Seinfeld, King of Queens, The Office, whatever other shows. There are certain movies I could watch like whenever it's on TV. Like if I go see my parents who have cable still, and I'm flipping through the channels. If there's some movies like Goodfellas, or
it's nostalgic.
Step Brothers, Superbad. Like there's just some movies that I like that if it's on, I'll throw it on. Harry Potter, when I was a kid, loved. I'll just throw it on for a little bit, not the whole movie.
Right, you're not a weirdo.
My parents love Grease. Like there's just some movies that I'm like, if it's on, throw it on. Jaws. So
you're a big Seinfeld. I cannot get into. I like King of Queens. Seinfeld I could not get into. The music and the transition music they have in that is very nostalgic to me because my dad would always watch it. But I like Curb better. I could do Curb.
Curb's
I think that's funnier and it's more. It's literally like how I'm trying to do this podcast. Like just things happen, let's talk about it. Things happen, they do an episode of it.
Yeah, you're not really a laugh track show.
No, because if the show needs a laugh track, it's not funny.
Yeah, but everyone knows that Seinfeld is hilarious. People love...
Then they wouldn't need a laugh track. People would just be filling their homes with their own laughter.
And they are.
How do you know?
Because I've watched 1,000 episodes. Wow. But also, people loved 2.5 Men. That was a really popular show. Laugh track.
Office, no laugh track.
Of course, and that's one of the reasons it made it so good.
Curb had no laugh track. See, I like the no laugh track ones.
Some of those shows, it's like uncomfortable, and that's what makes it funny. There's no laugh track. You feel like you're in it.
You know what this makes me think about? I don't know if people have seen this. There's some podcasts out now where they have a guy in the back, like you can hear him in the distance, and he laughs at the host's jokes. Like he almost starts the laughter. Like I see it on like Two Bears, One Cave. You know that podcast?
Yeah.
They have a guy in the back that will laugh at that, like start the laughing. And it does make me laugh a little harder because there's someone laughing. So I see why it works. Sure. I see why a laugh track is put in, it almost gets you to laugh at things that maybe you wouldn't have laughed at on your own. And so I see podcasts do it. Some do it really well. Like, I think it actually adds to the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Now mine, we don't need production laughing in the back. They know, keep your head down, order coasters, get my seltzer.
We need another
lighting, all that. I don't need them laughing, because you guys are laughing. I'm sure.
And now I'm laughing.
And I'm sure of it. See?
It's contagious.
Anyway, well, thanks for being on.
This was great. Hopefully that went well. Hopefully other guests feel comfortable to come on.
Big shoes
and
to fill.
Don't see this and say,
Ugh. That seemed like an uncomfortable work environment.
No, it was great. I feel like that felt quick. I feel like I could do another hour.
I know, but we don't want to waste people's days, you know?
No, and again, we've only rented the space for an hour.
Right. Production telling us to wrap it. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Let's talk too much again next week. Bye.
See ya.